Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to English Football Club Barcelona, your Barcelona channel in English. Well, we're going to talk about the Barca Legends that yesterday took place in Tel Aviv, a match that Barcelona played against Real Madrid, so El Clásico Legends. But before starting, let me remind you that down there is a red button that you can hit to subscribe. And like this, you will not miss any of our daily videos, and also you will help us to grow up. So without more delay, let's start. Well, here you have the players who were there for that El Clásico Legends. Let's start for the Barca. They're up from left to right. We have Frank de Boer, Francesco Caco, Rivaldo, Mariano Angoy, Oscar Arpon, David Tortolero, Okunowo, Mikel Soler, Xavi Guzman. And down for Barcelona too, we have from left to right, we have Jofre Mateu, Javier Saviola, Deco, Gaisca Mendieta, Ronaldinho, Goicoechea, Juan Carlos, Frederic Deju, and Guillermo Amor. And for Real Madrid, who we had from the top, left to right, we had José Emilio Amavisca, Luis Milla, Antonio Núñez, Iván Campo, Rubén de la Red, Alex Pérez, Fernando Sanz, Martín Vázquez y Jordi Codina. And down from left to right, we had Pedro Munitis, Enrique Velasco, Roberto Carlos, Alfonso Pérez, Alberto Rivera y Luis Figo. These were the players who were yesterday for the match. And these were the starting 11. Here for Barcelona with the 4-3-3, we had Angoy, Soler, Angoy on the goalkeeper. As defenders, we had Soler, Arpon, Mendieta, Deju. As midfielders, we had Juan Carlos and Deco and Goicoechea. And later, as forwards, we had Saviola, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. A Barcelona that, if you notice, they had two players with the number 10, Ronaldinho and Rivaldo, and two players with number 7, Saviola and Goicoechea. And for Real Madrid, we had Codina as a goalkeeper. At the defenders, at the defense they were Sanz, Iván Campo, Milla, and Roberto Carlos. As the midfield, we had Rivera, Núñez, and Vázquez. And later on the forward, they had Luis Figo, Pérez, Alfonso Pérez, and De La Red. So, and playing with the same system, with the 4-3-3 as Barcelona. A match that, for me personally, this was the man of the match. Even though Barcelona won or lost, this man, I don't know how old is Ronaldinho in this moment. So if you know, leave it there on the comments, because for me, I don't know it, and I'm not going to go to check it now, of course. But for me, he was the man of the match. He played really good. As I saw the highlights, and it was incredible how he still moves, how he dribbles, how he plays with the ball, how he plays without the ball, his vision, it's incredible. He's a great player. So, well, let's start. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave there the image of Ronaldinho, and let's start watching the match. The first 5 minutes, Real Madrid was controlling and creating the chances for Los Blancos, but the first chance was for Alfonso Pérez. Alfonso Pérez shot, throwing the ball over the goal, defended by Angoy, and later Luis Figo shot, and in this moment, Angoy saved Barcelona getting the ball on his hands. Figo, that he was all the time being whistling by the Barcelona fans, you know, historically Barcelona didn't like, or the fans didn't like Figo because Figo left Barcelona going to Real Madrid and the way he did it. No? So that was the reason. Well, after that, Rooney got the ball 5 minutes later, so the minutes more or less 6. Got the ball from the midfield. He shot the ball, surprising Codina, and almost the Brazilian scored this first goal for Barcelona. As I'm saying, Rooney did a great and a wonderful first half. The second half, I didn't see him much because the highlight didn't focus on him. But what I read from the newspapers, because I read what they were narrating yesterday, it seems that he did a very good second half too. But for me, the first half, what I saw, incredible, Ronaldinho. After this chance of Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos from over 30 meters shot a foul, but in this case, the ball went quite high. A few minutes later, Rivaldo sends the ball to Ronaldinho for Barcelona at the border of the area, and the Brazilian shot high too. So they started to exchange the chances between both teams to open by the moment the known of the match. And later, at the minute 19, it arrived the most clear chance of the match until that moment. Rooney got the ball from Saviola at the border of the area, and he got running into the area, surrounded by 3 players. Well, if you count, maybe even 5, but it depends how you count them. Of Real Madrid, 3 players of Real Madrid, and shot, hitting the ball on the crossbar of Codina's goal. Incredible chance. Ronaldinho later, he was like, I almost get it, and he was even kidding with a journalist, with a female journalist, that it was there when he was drinking for the water break. And later, at the minute 25, finally, Saviola received the ball at the border of the area, and when once he shot, Nunez hits Saviola's foot, and it was penalty. A penalty that Rooney shot and scored, and like this scored the first goal of the match. A quite a strong shot that Codina had no chance to stop that. Seriously, it was impossible to save it, and still showing how his quality, Ronaldinho's quality, is still incredible. For me, incredible. 5 minutes later, Roberto Carlos received the ball a bit far from the area, and he shot, trying to score the first goal for Real Madrid, but the ball went again quite high. I remember when Roberto Carlos played a long time ago, and that's a bit the problem of Roberto Carlos. His shot is quite hard, it's fast, strong, but it's not on the goal normally. So, well, it's still the same problems. So he's not going to change now if he didn't change it before. Well, and 5 minutes later, De La Red sends also a strong shot to the goal of Ngoy, who saved the chance, but he left the ball in the middle of the area, and in that moment, Amavisca got the reflection, and he threw the ball against to the goal, but it went too high too. So still 1-0, and Real Madrid started to pressure and got a foul at the border of the area, a foul that Roberto Carlos shot, sending the ball under the defense, under the border, and under the wall, surprising actually the players of the wall, but not surprising Ngoy, who was intelligent, and he saved the ball perfectly. And like this, we finished the first half. Remember, it was 40 minutes. It was a game of 40 minutes each half. Of course, they are not that young already, so don't ask them to be playing like 50 minutes, 45 minutes, or even 50 sometimes, as we see in the professional football matches. Well, after these minutes, we began the second half, and Benitez came in, and also for Barcelona, Griezmann substituted Angol. And 2 minutes after starting the second half, Benitez scored the first goal for Real Madrid. In this case, Amavisca threw the ball. Griezmann saved this chance, but he left again the same mistake as he did Angol before. He left the ball into the area, and Benitez got the ball, dribbled the goalkeeper, and scored the first goal for Real Madrid. And 2 minutes later, also Benitez had the ball on the border, on the side of the border of the area. He crossed the ball into the small area, and then De La Red ran and hit the ball over the goalkeeper, the Barcelona's goalkeeper, and he scored the second goal for Real Madrid, being 1-2 scoring 2 goals in less than 4 minutes. Strong hit from Barcelona. It was hard to recover from that. Later, Ronaldinho tried again to surprise Codina, throwing a far foul to the goal, but the goalkeeper saw it intelligently and saved it. And later, both teams started to pressuring and had their chances, but Barcelona was trying in that moment to draw the match, while Real Madrid wanted to increase the differences, until Joffre Mateo got the ball in the area of Real Madrid. He dribbled 2 defenders of the Real Madrid near the small area, and then he scored the 2-2 for Barcelona. And after that, it seems that the players started to feel a bit tired. The intensity of the match started to decrease, or to drop down, and suddenly De La Red got the ball next to the area of Barcelona, and he shot, scoring the last goal of the match. And like this, finally Real Madrid won this Clasico Legends for 3-2. If you ask me, I'm really sad I didn't watch the match, because it seems that they really played good. I mean, it wasn't the typical El Clásico that we see, that it's like a final every time they match, but it was interesting, I think. And let's talk about Braithwaite, because I have some news to talk about. I saw something I really disliked. It says that his agent, Hassan Setinkaya, got quite angry for the information about Braithwaite going to the Wolverhampton. In this case, the problem is not this information. The problem is, I think, Jorge Mendes, because the information was taken by this agent, and Braithwaite is not represented by Jorge Mendes. So it seems that his agent got quite angry, and he said actually that this was the Hassan Setinkaya. He said Jorge Mendes has nothing to be or to see or to be with Martin Braithwaite, and it's also false, all the written that I've read about Braithwaite leaving Barcelona. And I want to remark that Jorge Mendes doesn't have players in Barcelona. That's true, but he has a quite good relationship with Laporta. So I guess the information we get is because Laporta talks with Mendes. And he said, finally he said, in Wolverhampton, he can concentrate, he can focus on that team because he has players there, but I will manage my players in Barcelona. And after that, I read something that I don't like. And it was this. Why should Martin Braithwaite move to Wolverhampton? And why should an agent who has no players in Barcelona try to bring my player to Wolverhampton? Or the Wolves, anyway. Even though I know Jorge Mendes has good connections with clubs like that one, the Wolverhampton, it's a waste of time at all. he's quite angry. But the why should Martin Braithwaite move to Wolverhampton, I think all of us knows the answer. But well, and later, something that I really don't like. Braithwaite will not move. And he said, like, clearly, Martin Braithwaite plays for the largest club in the world. He works with one of the most important coaches in the world. True. From day one until now, or from the first day until now, everything has exceeded all expectations in terms of playing time in Barcelona and well-being at the club. And he's very happy. So he was imagining that coming to Barcelona, he will play like 5 minutes, I guess, because he just played in the average. He didn't play that much. He didn't score that much. His apportation was, well, okay for a substitute player, but for a forward, as Barcelona wanted, substituting Luis Suarez, I think it's quite poor. His statistics are quite poor for being in Barcelona. And then he said he's one of the best players of the last European Championship with incredible statistics, and he will continue in Barcelona. Well, he did. Actually, he did a very good Euro gap. But actually, he said, it's not written in the newspaper, but he said he dribbled as many times as Mbappé. Well, I don't think we can compare Braithwaite with the Paris Saint-Germain's player, because Mbappé is a world reference and Braithwaite is, well, I guess, a Danish reference. But for the other ones, I think for being in Barcelona, we need more. And what's going on here is that Braithwaite earns 6 million euros, and now he's like, well, if they pay me that in other team, okay, but which team is going to pay that for Braithwaite? So it's hard, and it's something I don't like, because we need to make space, and we start seeing players that they don't want to leave, not because they feel the colors or because they feel happy, if not because they get a lot of money. And yes, there are other things. There are other things like they don't want to decrease their salaries to make other players come, and like this they can pay them, or things like that. We can discuss about that, but in my opinion, this player didn't give to Barcelona much, and the best for everyone is for him to leave. That's my humble opinion. But if you have any other, feel free to leave it on the comment section. And nothing else. That was all for the moment. So thank you for watching us, and see you in the next video. Bye.